Okay, now technology and I are getting along. Does not always happen. Now, thank you guys for joining us on Find Out Friday. This is Sarah.
And this is Matt.
And thank you. We're just going to be answering a few questions. Now, one of our first questions is, I don't think I'm good at writing. Why should I be writing? Now, there's lots of reasons why you should write. First off, most people don't start out good at writing, myself included. That's something you just get better at. Same like if you're in sports, you're not automatically great, you have to practice, and pretty much most skills. But writing can also kind of help you throughout life.
Like when I started my little Wildflower blog, I am not much of a writer myself, believe me, but I wanted to get that out there for one, to get things down, to remember certain things that happened like over the years and stuff, different like flowers I saw, or different incidences that happened to me, and just it does take is practice. I think I've gotten a little bit better with my writing since I've started it, but yeah, and it's just a great way to get things out and stuff, get things out on either on paper or digital, and just something to enjoy, share with yourself or others, remember things, all sorts of good reasons to write.
Yep, and some people just journal, and that writing is very methodical and relaxing to them, even if it doesn't start out that way. Also, writing is a way that people communicate. The more you write and the better you get at it, that's actually a marketable skill that you can have.
Yes, absolutely.
The better you are at writing, the more stuff you can kind of do with it as well. And sometimes writing is one of those skills that have kind of gotten lost through the ages, especially with technology and using different slang and stuff. Writing more formally with stories or even journaling using proper grammar and everything can help with that.
Yes, definitely. And just a great way of sharing different ideas, concepts, pictures, memories. It's a great way to share all sorts of different things.
And if you keep the stuff you write, you'll notice throughout the years that you are actually getting better.
Yes, yeah, especially if it doesn't need to be like often, even just here and there writing something like one year, maybe something next year, you'll notice a difference or change in your writing over time.
I'm sure lots of teachers notice when you have to write at school, you guys improving throughout it.
Yes, definitely.
Because, they're the ones reading those assignments and seeing you guys improve.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Let's see other questions. Let's see. What if I only like one type of writing? Is that okay?
If you only like one type of writing, that is absolutely fine. There's lots of different types of writing, but if there's only one that you really enjoy, that is totally fine. If you just like writing poetry, if you just like writing more like fiction, if you enjoy writing whatever kind it is, that is totally fine. There's no really right or wrong way to write. Whichever way speaks, if you will, the most to you, go with it.
Yeah, like for me, I'm not great at writing stories. I love reading stories, but writing stories and flourishing and embellishing stuff, not my thing. I'm definitely more blunt, more like, okay, get the facts out there. But like I said, I do enjoy reading the fiction, just not writing it. And if it's the opposite, you don't have to be a scientific writer all the time. You don't have to be a fiction writer all the time. Maybe for certain classes and practicing, but for your own personal enjoyment, like Matt said, just do what makes you happy.
Yes. And if there's something you want to try that makes you happy that you haven't done before, don't have much experience with, there's like online classes for taking different types of writing or things like that. So even if there's a type of writing you want to do you don't have much experience with, there are resources to help you to learn how to get going with that type of writing.
Yes. And let's see, I think we have one more question. It's like, how do I actually get started writing without a prompt? Okay, and especially since this week we did actually have writing prompts, stuff to get you started. It can actually literally be about anything. We talked earlier on our Facebook about stuff that inspires you. Just that sort of thing. If it inspires you, you can just start writing. Whether it's just starts off as nonsensical stuff and then turns into something different, that's kind of up to you. How did you kind of start your blog?
I started because flowers and stuff are something I enjoy. Find something that you personally enjoy. And I found those are probably the things that are easiest to write about, even if you don't have much experience like a writer, like myself. Just find something that you enjoy, and that is usually something that will be the easiest for you to start writing about. And again, it doesn't need to start out as some great epic or anything. It can be just simple little notes, scribbles, whatever, and that can over time evolve into something more. So just find something you enjoy and start writing about it, even if it's just little notes, scribbles here and there.
Okay, so that is the end of Find Out Friday, and join us next week on the forces of nature. And actually, after this week, we will only have 2 more weeks. We have the forces of nature next week, and after that, what we're kind of calling our naturalist grab bag, where each of our staff has kind of written something that interests us.
Yeah, so definitely be sure to tune in for those last 2 weeks of our ONSC online, and be sure to tune in to our Find Out Fridays as well.
So see you guys next week.
All right, see you guys later.
Bye.